Making this homemade bread is not difficult at all. We use the home oven and only need a can and very few ingredients.
How wonderful. I'm gonna try a little piece. Crust. Super crunchy. The crumb. Spectacular.
What would you say if I told you that you can make your own homemade bread with a can? Just one can. Very few ingredients, you hardly have to knead, and it turns out spectacular. Homemade bread! I'm Viti, this is La Cocina de la Abuela. Stay until the end, you're gonna like it. You will only need 500 grams of bread flour, 300 milliliters of beer, 10 grams of fresh yeast, a pinch of salt, about 10 grams more or less, and also 30 grams of brown sugar to give it color, flavor, and balance the mixture. You need 300 milliliters of beer. A can has 330, so there's a little left over. Enjoy! We start with the flour. First step, super easy. Place it here on a work surface, and now you're going to make a well. Here a little hole where we're going to pour the rest of the ingredients. There you go. Well, the rest of the ingredients, careful, because there's a trick with the salt. All right, we put the yeast in the center of the well. We're going to crumble it like this, one piece, and then the other in the center of the well. We're also going to add the sugar, which will boost the yeast. And of course, our 300 milliliters of beer. In it goes. Salt and yeast don't get along very well. So here's a little trick. Don't put the salt directly in, sprinkle it around the edge on the outside. Since you're going to start mixing from the inside, everything will be well mixed by the time the salt gets incorporated. It's a trick that works. Let's add the salt. There it goes, just like I said, right along the edge. We've got it. Super easy. And now we're going to start mixing like this. We start from the edge towards the inside. We're forming a paste. And as you can see, the last part to mix in is the area with the salt. We're going to mix everything like this until we have a sticky dough like this. Now that you have this sticky mixture ready, give it a quick knead. Come on, knead it a little bit. You don't need much. In 2 minutes, you'll have it like this. Ping, pang, ping, pang, ping, pang. That's it. It's a matter of seconds. And that's it. As soon as all the ingredients are well combined and we have an elastic dough, we shape it into a little ball like this with your hands little by little. And once you have the little ball, you're going to place it in a bowl. Make sure it's big because it's going to rise, and cover it with a clean kitchen towel. Plastic wrap would also work. There you go. We're going to let it rest for 20 minutes so it can rise a bit and the yeast activates. Well, 20 minutes have passed, so our dough ball goes back onto the work surface, and now what we're going to do is stretch it out. This way to degas the dough a little and make it even better. Here we go. See? That's how we want it. Once the dough is like this, well stretched, you grab it by the narrow end and roll it up. Here we go. Tuck it in, tuck these little edges in too, and shape it into a log like this. With your hands, with your fingers, press it a little like this, and this part has to go down. Now that we have it, we're going to place it on a baking tray, which is where it will be baked. And we cover it again. And now we're going to wait until it triples in size. It depends a lot on the temperature and the climate where you are. It's about 21 degrees here, and this can take between 90 minutes and 2 hours. If it's hot where you live, don't worry. You can have it ready in 60 minutes easy. Well, my bread took about the 2 hours we mentioned to rise. So I have it now, see? It has grown almost to 3 times its size. Now the only thing I'm gonna do is sprinkle a little bit of flour on top to give it a special touch, and then it's ready for the oven. Here's a little trick that doesn't cost anything. place an oven-safe container, of course, with a little bit of water. When you start preheating the oven, just leave it there. The water will release steam and the crust will turn out much better. It'll be crispy, but not hard. So it's easy and doesn't cost you anything. So put it in. The little container of water is in the oven, and now we preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Once the temperature is reached, put the dough in, which will turn into bread. We need to bake for 40 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. Let's leave it on a rack so it cools more evenly. That's it. Let's eat. Bread made with a can of beer. I can already tell you, the smell is amazing. It has a crunchy crust, a moist, tender crumb, and it's slightly sweet because of the beer. It's an amazing bread. You have to make it. Super easy. Slice. Who can top that? Pure perfection.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto